Hi, and welcome to my home studio. My name is Ren, and I'm going to be your host. Today, I want to talk with you about the gear that you're going to need to start recording at home. This is going to be a series of 9 videos that'll kind of go over a whole bunch of different stuff. I want to just kind of pan you around my home studio here for a second and let you see just what it looks like. This is just a room in my house that I've converted into a space that I can use for home recording. Um, I have a decent iMac computer with 2 monitors. I have a nice pair of studio monitors, as well as a really nice I/O device uh, that I like to use. Um, and I've tried to make the space look and feel as comfortable as I possibly can. This is a place where I come to record and I come to create music, and I want it to be a warm environment and someplace that I feel comfortable coming to. So what I want to kind of talk about today is your gear and what you're going to need. This is going to be just a quick general video to talk about the things that we'll be talking about in this series. Um, your recording gear is really important as far as the quality of your final outcome is concerned. The better quality equipment you have, the better recordings you're going to make. Now, I know people, and I'm probably one of those people, that can take an SM57 and a cassette deck and make a great recording. It's just knowledge of how to utilize the equipment. Um, but in general, the general practice is the better your equipment is, the more you know how to use it, the better you're going to be able to make a great recording. So, what kind of gear do you need to have? Well, first and foremost, and probably the most important part of the chain, is your computer. Um, there's a couple of different ways to record digitally, either to your computer or in a standalone recording device. There's several companies that make these, including Tascam, DoD, Zoom. I don't really recommend these for a home studio setup for a couple of reasons. Number one, they're very difficult to edit in. Once you've recorded your parts, they're pretty much what you put in. You don't have the option easily to go in and splice edit or comp a track, and we'll talk more about what that is later. So the computer is one of the major aspects that we're going to discuss. The IOs, input-output devices. Um, exactly what it is that you need to convert sound coming in through a microphone or an instrument and convert it into a digital signal into your digital audio workstation or DAW, like Pro Tools or Cubase or one of those. We're going to talk about microphones, specifically what the different kinds of microphones are and what you're going to need to get started with. Um, we're also going to talk about your studio monitors. This is a really, really important part of your chain also. Um, we'll talk about things like MIDI controllers. These can be things like DAW controllers that have movable faders to control your mixing application within your DAW. It could be things like a keyboard controller to be able to utilize um, software instruments within your DAW. And then finally, we're going to talk about the other gear that you're going to need other than those things that we've already talked about. This is going to be things like mic stands, mic cables, instrument cables, headphones, those types of things, maybe sound absorption panels for your walls, whatever it might be. We'll kind of wrap up this series with that in mind. So this is the first episode in the series, and I hope you enjoy it. I would very much invite you to reach out and communicate with me about these things. You can get me at info@AREN Creative, and that's right here on the screen. So you'll be able to see it and get to me if you need to. I'll be happy to talk with you about specific questions that you might have through the series. If there are things that you would like to see a video about relative to your home recording needs, then by all means, please reach out. I'd love to take your ideas into consideration. So we'll just keep going down the list. The next video is going to be about computers and what computers you are going to want to look at for the purpose of recording. So have a great day and happy recording.